everybody. I'm Matt Carre.
And I'm Michelle Carre.
Oh, he is paying attention.
Or just a pretty face.
Just kidding. I'm Michelle. This is Matt. And this is Riding in Cars with Cars. Matt, who are we getting today?
We are picking up the principal of the Cooper's Crossing School, and Mr. Todd Hennig.
Wait.
Yeah.
I would have never wanted a principal in my car.
That is true. That is true.
I suppose I've come a long way.
But the reason we're getting Todd in the car is he was actually one of the very first people I thought of that we should get in the car when we started this.
Yes.
And I'm not going to go into details why. I just think it's really interesting what he's created, what he's doing. And yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, we'll ask him about
Yes.
the cool stuff they have going on.
Absolutely. Well, Mr. Todd Hennig, the principal of the Cooper's Crossing School here in Airdrie, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to the car.
Thank you very much, Matt.
Todd, when I first asked you to join us in the car, we saw each other at the rink.
Yeah.
Your daughter was playing that day, is that correct?
That's right.
And so I said, hey, have you seen Riding in Cars with Cars? And you said, yeah, actually I have. And I said, would you be interested? And you had this look of fear, and you had this look of, I don't know why you would have me in the car. And you just had this, it was like an unknown look.
Yeah, that's very true.
You were one of the first people that I actually thought of that we should get in the car.
Really?
Yes. And you might be asking yourself why.
I am asking why.
Okay. Well, so last year, as you know, our son broke his leg.
Yeah.
So we had to drive him to school every single day.
Yeah.
And every single day, you are out front, you've got your reflective jacket on.
Yeah.
And you were hustling kids into school, you're hustling parents across the street, and you're doing it with a smile on your face every morning.
No matter what the weather.
No matter what the weather. And that was the point, is it was last year, it was a brutal day. The winds were whipping 40, 50, 60 kilometers an hour. It was snowing.
I had my big winter balaclava on to
you
cover
did?
the face.
Yeah. But you were there. You didn't take the low road and go hide inside and let anybody else take the responsibility. You did it. And that's honestly the reason why I thought we need to get that guy in the car.
Really? Very cool.
Yeah. So, why do you do that?
It's one of the best ways I can think of to start the day. We got 660 kids coming to the school this year. Yeah. And it is such a privilege to start each day by trying to make it an experience where they will come in and know that they're cared for. And so even though not always do we have great experiences in our mornings, in our house, in your house, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We can choose to intentionally be joyful in coming to school.
That's fantastic.
And so it's all about intentionality.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things I love about what you guys do at the school is you really focus on teaching the kids positive character traits.
Yeah.
And you guys have a different trait every single month. You do an assembly about it. And they don't just talk about it in the assembly. It's woven into their everyday school.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that philosophy and how you guys got started doing it.
This is my 20-something year of being involved in school leadership. And through the time, whenever I'm talking to parents about what their hopes are for their kids, I hear a lot of talk about, I want them to be a good person, I want them to be independent, I want them to be successful, I want them to be able to treat other people well, to be honest, to be people of integrity. Those lots of things about character. They of course also want them to be able to read, write, and do math and calculate. And as we researched what way to go, because there's a number of different programs out there around character, and I was thrilled to find this approach, and it's called Character Lab, and it was based on a group of university professors who were studying aspects of character that really bring success. Angela Duckworth was one of the main ones, and her whole study is around the characteristic of grit, and seeing what brings success in university and in life and in business. But they realized they had no connections to schools. So then they found a charter school system in the States called KIPP, which is an abbreviation for Knowledge is Power, and they're the largest charter school organization in the States. And so they partnered with these university people and formed Character Lab, which is a nonprofit organization, bringing research-proven character traits and then how to apply them in schools. And so that's what we've replicated here.
Yeah.
We've used some of their research and their they're narrowed down character traits.
Yes.
Because they're all research proven to bring success.
Todd, you've been in Airdrie now for about 3.5 years, is that correct?
Yeah.
And we asked you a couple questions before you got in the car, and we said, why did you come, and why, what do you like so much about your job? And what you said I thought was fantastic. You said, you got to take on a new responsibility because it's a brand new school.
Yeah.
And you got to create a school with purposeful culture is how you said it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was fantastic. Can you expand a little bit on what, again, you've talked so much, I think you everything you're saying already is about culture.
Yeah.
Can you expand a little bit more about what you mean by purposeful culture?
Sure. What a great opportunity to be able to come in with a new school start.
Yeah.
RICWC Schools does a great job of opening schools. They've had practice with it because there's been so much said. To start fresh, they let you come in on March 1st, so you have 4 full months before the school opens to establish all of those details. And the front end work of that is working with people at the divisional office to be able to really fine tune what's important. Mm-hmm. And so you spend those 4 months really determining what your story is going to be, what the school is going to become. The phrase we use is developing your narrative. Mm-hmm. And then you also put together from that, then you got to buy the furniture and decide how the spaces are going to be used, and in your staffing and in all of those details, and starting to put the support systems in place. We realized you can't focus on a dozen things and do them well, so we're focusing on 3 main things, and that's really caring for kids, making sure whatever the instruction is, it's purposeful and engaging and connected to the real world, and then developing character and leadership. So those are the 3 things we work on, and we're just really trying to do it well.
That's great. It's a problem-solving environment too. If we all run into issues, but you guys are also teaching them how to manage that, which I think is really a success as well.
We really believe that working with kids, you celebrate their mistakes because it's
working with adults. You celebrate.
You do,
mistakes.
but it's so much. If they make their big mistakes when they were in grade 1 and grade 2 and grade 3, the consequences might have a little bit of discomfort attached to it, of missing a recess or having to make something right, but the consequences are really inexpensive in the big life picture. If they make those same mistakes when they're 18, 20, 25, 40, those costs are so much bigger. We all learn through our mistakes, so we actually relish those opportunities to work with kids as they're messing up and learning through that and becoming, then again, building character.
Yeah, you learn more. You learn more from mistakes than you do from successes. And I know that's something that we've said to our children a number of times. Still hard to get them to understand that, but I mean they're only 10 and 8, but it's true for sure.
And as parents, we don't want to see our kids making mistakes.
No.
And yet, it's such a valuable thing. We don't set them up for failure. We set them up for success, but then we also use those opportunities.
Todd, so you've moved around a few places. With your family, your wife Trixie.
Yeah.
And she's a teacher as well,
She's
correct?
a teacher at Edwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
And kids. I know we've got 3, am I correct?
You're right on.
All right. And they're all hockey players?
They are not.
They're not?
They're not.
Just your daughter?
And this is our daughter's first year.
Okay, good for her.
Our daughter likes trying lots of different things.
Yeah.
So she's done, from the start, gymnastics and ballet and choir and then curling. And then she did skate and got Can Skater of the Year. We were totally blown away. Didn't even know what that was. We were invited to a banquet and found out that she was top of the 300, 400, however many there were. She's a go-getter. And then figure skating, but that wasn't finding out to be what she really loved. So we're trying hockey this year. So this is where we've landed this year. Who knows what'll be next year. She also started karate this year.
Right.
So
a Jill of all trades.
she will be, without a doubt. And we love that.
Yes.
We love that she wants to try a bunch of different things and find her place. So.
But your other 2 also are into karate as well, right?
Our youngest in grade 1, Dawson, he's in karate this year too and loving it. And our oldest is doing more school sports with volleyball, basketball now, and curling.
Gotcha. So really, Todd, earlier you talked about the Character Lab and how parents are wanting teachers to make their kids good kids.
Yeah.
Right? Could you make mine a Toronto Maple Leaf? Because that's really what I would love them to become.
Well,
Or my daughter, she could become a Toronto Maple Leaf too. Just one of them, please.
That would be
Please.
nice. I can't even control my own kids about who they cheer for. Our family grew up around Edmonton. I was only playing. My wife grew up in Leduc, and so we're avid Oilers fans.
Yeah.
And as we were having our Austin, who's now in grade 7, he was probably about 4, and asked, "Mommy, Daddy, why do you cheer for the Oilers?" So we said, "Well, we grew up around Edmonton." He says, "Well, where did I grow up?" And we said, "Well, in Chestermere around Calgary." "Well, then I'm going to cheer for the Calgary Flames." And ever since then, he has now recruited his 2 younger siblings. And so the last Oilers Flames game we watched up at Grandma and Grandpa's in Leduc, they had smuggled their James Flames jerseys into the suitcases, so came out all with their Flames jerseys.
Good for them.
It wasn't looking good for them at the beginning, but then of course the Oilers lost and the Flames won, and so there was rejoicing in Leduc from our 3 kids.
Well, Todd, listen to you talk about culture. One thing I can tell you for your own knowledge is we've heard multiple teachers say to us, culturally, it's the best school they've ever worked in. So what you're doing is working, and I think that's
awesome
important for you to know.
Thank you.
Well, Todd, we always say that this show is about learning about your community and what's in it. And I think, Airdrie is a young city. We've got young families here.
Yeah.
And I think we're so fortunate to have leaders like you in our school system that are helping to make our kids just bright, amazing, caring people. So thank you for all the work that you do and your leadership with your teachers and your kindness to our kiddos. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for the chance to talk to you about it for a bit, and Merry Christmas to everybody.
This has been a fun season.
It has been.
It's the end of season 2, my friends.
It is.
So we are going to be taking a break as the stars in Hollywood do. Because we're not that, are we?
We are definitely not that.
No, but we are going to wrap season 2 here, and we will be back early in March 2019 with season 3 of Riding in Cars with Cars.
Can't wait.
Just want to thank you guys for watching and sharing and helping other people learn about our awesome community that is Airdrie.
Absolutely.